Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to my continuation of my 2024 skincare routine. Tonight's routine is focused on hyperpigmentation. I will have timestamps and links in the description box below as always. I do want to say a few things before we get into this video. In case you are just stumbling upon this video, this is going to be part of a series because I do something that is very similar to skin cycling, except I did it before skin cycling, and now I'm over here accepting the terminology. It makes sense. It's just that TikTok isn't the one that came up with this. It's, it's a skincare routine. So I have 3 different PM routines and 1 AM routine. You are watching essentially the second routine tonight. The third and final PM routine will be one that is focused on recovery, and that's the one that I would say I do the most often. Because if you are stumbling upon this channel, my skin type is dry, acne prone, and a little sensitive. I also wanted to say I get a lot of requests to talk about my favorite products. That is this video series. I'm making sure to put all of my favorites into the 2024 skincare routine. I want it to be a good representation of what I do. So that does mean that just about everything you're gonna see in these routines is products that I've purchased with my own money. We're making one exception tonight. These Eccentree pads, I did choose these or request these from Stylevana, and then I'm going back to an LED mask that I did receive in PR, the Qure LED mask. I have bought them as well, but this one is going the longest. Yeah, I bought the Dr. Dennis Gross one, and it's not holding a charge anymore. We'll talk more about that when we get to that step. This is not my most affordable routine. That was the last one. Some of you asked for more expensive products. They're gonna be here. Let's get this party started with a double cleanse tonight, but not in the way you think of a double cleanse. This is one of those J-Beauty mascara removers. I am so sorry. I bought the one from Kiss Me, but I'm still working through this one from Cézanne, which I think was discontinued. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link you the one that I bought to replace this. Again, I hear good things. It should be similar. But from what I understand, it seems J-Beauty has quite a few of these options. And basically, this is a mascara remover where you just kind of apply it like you're applying mascara. But the trick is, wait. After I apply this, I am going to step away from this camera, take a little break, and just let it soak into my lashes so that the actual removal of my mascara is just going to be such a piece of cake. Oh, I wish I'd found this years ago, let me tell you. Can you imagine how freeing it is to no longer struggle with mascara removal? That used to be the worst part of makeup removal. About 10 minutes have passed, and I'm sure you can see that my mascara is all melty, so I'm just going to grab a wipe and wipe it all off. I actually am going to add just a little bit of my Neutrogena makeup remover to this because I'm also wearing not just eyeshadow, but I wore a K-Beauty eyeshadow, and they're all so glittery. It's so funny. I feel like the West has kind of moved away from glittery eyeshadows, and yet they're everywhere in K-Beauty. And now I can just wipe away this mascara. I'm not too worried about getting all of it off because we are double cleansing. I know I look a bit wild at this point, but trust the process here. Now I'm gonna use the Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. I bought this in the not the 21 Days of Beauty sale, whatever Ulta called it. This is a really nice oil cleanser. I'm really glad that I got it at 50% off, which is the price I like to pay on anything that is expensive. So one thing I noticed with this oil cleanser is typically, you all know a double cleanse is an oil cleanser followed by a gel or a foam cleanser, but a few companies do sell these oil cleansers where they say that you do not necessarily have to follow with a second cleanser. This Peach and Lily cleanser is absolutely one of those. And I noticed this has no film left behind at all. Personally, I have found that I'm able to use quite a few oil-based cleansers on their own as a single cleanse. But again, this is one that advertises it. Getting off the last of that mascara with an oil cleanse. So I applied this to dry skin. Then we're going to emulsify the product with water. I'm telling you this just in case I fail at capturing this on camera, because cleansing is the hardest step to show on camera. All right, I got water. Are we capturing it? I am dripping water all over myself. Yeah, we're capturing it. I'm gonna go finish this in a sink. I will be right back. And I am done with cleansing. I am gonna stop here. We are thoroughly cleansed. All the makeup is off, skin is clean, not too dry. And look at this, we got a bonus scalp wash. A gift with purchase. So now I'm gonna move on to these Eccentree Onion New Pair Clear Pads. I almost didn't include these because I don't know if I will actually repurchase these, but I have been enjoying them, and I did say the original toner was one of my favorites, still is. It's a great toner. The catch for me with all of these toner pads, by the way, you can either stick them to your skin, get a bit of a DIY sheet mask, or just kind of wipe with them. I'm just dabbing this all over before we do some LED. My deal with these toner pads is I still feel the same way I did when this started picking up as another TikTok trend. I get it. I get that it's quick and easy, but I have everything I need to make toner pads myself, and I like the flexibility of being able to take a toner and do whatever I want to with it, you know, make it into a mist, make it into sheet masks, make it into toner pads. So I don't know if I'll ever be the best person to do a lot of reviews on toner pads specifically, but I get it. I get it if you're in a rush. I get it if you just really like toner pads and that's what you use on a daily basis. But for me, it's never going to be a favorite category. But like I said, I'm going with favorites in these videos because I really do think the Eccentree Onion line is incredible. Their Essence Toner is incredible. For me, I feel like this line has been real anti-inflammatory, which is a great compliment for my skin type as somebody with acne. Just a really nice, hydrating, anti-inflammatory line. And I'm using this before LED so I get a little bit of an antioxidant boost into my skin, and also so my skin doesn't feel too dry while I use LED. It is recommended to use LED on skin that is either dry or at least without any actives in your products. This does have PHA, but I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like PHA is too different from the other exfoliants, from AHA, from BHA. It is so much more gentle. Even when we look at the research on PHA, what we see is it helps with hydrating the skin, so I think it's a very superficial exfoliant, if you even really want to use the word exfoliant to describe it. And friends, it's LED time. I have some goggles that I use along with blue light, but we're just gonna do red light tonight. I used to be kind of skeptical of red light because it's something that I thought I couldn't see immediate results. Should I just wait till I'm done? Should we wait till we're done with the treatment? Roxanne. This is a 3-minute treatment. I'll tell you about it when you can, take me more seriously. Done with LED. I have to admit to you all, I am so glad that is a 3-minute treatment. When I first got into LED, I thought I could do, a 10, 20-minute routine with no problem, but now that I've been doing it for years at this point, I don't want to do a long routine anymore. 3 minutes, we're done. The dose of those photons has been delivered into my skin, and I feel like the longer I use LED, the more I really do believe in red LED. I believed in blue LED within 2 weeks. I saw results on that for my acne, but red light felt like it was gonna take longer, with claims like anti-aging benefits, benefits on hyperpigmentation, but I really do feel when I'm consistent with that, I do see my skin looking more even. I do see it just kind of looking healthier. I've talked a lot about LED. I will link you my video if you want more info. I do want you to know this is obviously the most expensive product in this video, and I don't want you to buy a device if you're not going to use it. I believe in devices. I think that it is actually a better investment than splurging on something like La Mer, personally. I would not do that. I wouldn't do that. I would not buy La Mer, but you see, and you will see, I love my devices. Because this is 3 years of this device. You can't get that from a tub of moisturizer, a serum. But at the same time, you have to use the devices to see results. So you really have to know yourself and if you're going to actually use them. But coming full circle, that's why I like that it is a 3-minute treatment. I will still find time for 3 minutes. Is my hair looking wild? I feel like my hair might be looking wild. Fixed it? Maybe. Maybe. We are moving into the serum step next. I am so excited about this. Truly one of my favorite products. You might be going, hold on, Alice. You're saying this is one of your favorite products and you're holding up a sample size? Yes, and we have so much to talk about. This is the Sulwhasoo Concentrated Ginseng Renewing Serum. It is a lovely, wonderful serum featuring ginseng, but also ginsenosides. You have to know that not all ginseng-based products are created equally. Sulwhasoo is kind of a pioneer in research on ginseng, and I really believe in their products, in their research. You will find fellow Sulwhasoo enthusiasts out there. I just think the brand is phenomenal for fighting hyperpigmentation, for anti-aging products. Ginseng is such a great ingredient, but it is also very expensive. This is not an inexpensive brand, but if you watched Monday's video, we talked about finding a mini size of an eye cream and noticing that it was such a better value. That's the story with this as well. This is 5 milliliters, 0.16 fluid ounces, or 1/10 of the full size. This is about $5-6 on YesStyle or Stylevana. The full size is $159. So you could buy 10 of these minis, which would equal the full size, and you would save about $100. A few more things. Now listen, this is not an unscented product. It definitely has a fragrance to it. I don't know why. My skin loves this brand. It has loved this brand since I first tried them years ago. It works for me, surprisingly. Maybe it's a testament to not all fragrances created equally. I don't know. All I know is I can use this. I love it, but a big heads up to those of you that are avoiding fragrance for whatever reason. I'm going to go ahead and follow with the cream from the same line, the Sulwhasoo Concentrated Ginseng Renewing Cream. I do like this, but I also like Chogongjin's, which we talked about in my first video. Sulwhasoo's serums I will continue to purchase, but when it comes to moisturizer, I will go with Chogongjin. I found they were more comparable to the Sulwhasoo, in my opinion. Get the Sulwhasoo if you enjoy it, but I will probably not buy more of these minis. I'm also going to add into this Nature Clinic Tamanu 100% oil. I bought this on YesStyle a while ago, and I just bought another. I couldn't go without it. I love this oil. This is such a good oil for recovery purposes. It stinks. It reeks. I will tell you honestly, the second I open that, it's a blast of celery to this room. And can you see it's got a green tint to it? I'm adding just 1 drop of that into this moisturizer, and then I'm going to apply this mix onto my skin. A little bit more of the Sulwhasoo cream. All right. I like to mix my oil directly into my moisturizer just to kind of spread it out further. Otherwise, it can be kind of hard to apply 1 drop of oil. This is a scent combo over here. The smell of the fragranced ginseng cream plus this unscented tamanu oil, which has its own smell. But you know, with these oils, we always talk about the benefits of them in the sense of them being a pure oil, and then we're talking about them diluted into products. This 100% tamanu oil, which by the way was only about $10-11, this is the way to go, if you ask me. If you like tamanu oil and you can get past the smell, you might want to try the pure oil. We are almost done with tonight's routine. I did want to really quickly tell you I used my Chogongjin eye cream yet again. I talked about this in video number 1. And I also used this Alpen Willow and Sweet Agave Plumping Lip Mask. I love this. It's a very, very occlusive lip balm. Truly one of my favorites. I will be looking for a favorite lip balm from K-Beauty because I don't think I really have one right now. Maybe the Tokobo will come through for me. We'll see. We'll see. But our last step in tonight's routine is, some of you will have to forgive me, a Drunk Elephant product. This one works for me. It works really, really well for me. It's the Bouncy Bright Facial Mask with 10% azelaic acid and 1% salicylic acid. This is where our main hyperpigmentation fighting ingredients are coming from. And I'm only going to use 2 pumps. We'll do 2 pumps for my whole face. This is the very last step. I was so worried when I tried a sample of this that it would be irritating because I have to be cautious with salicylic acid, great acne fighting ingredient. I have to be cautious with it because of my skin sensitivities. And yet, for some reason, this works for me. And we've talked a lot about azelaic acid on the channel. I think it is a great hyperpigmentation fighting ingredient for sensitive skin. One catch with it though, especially if you are not going with this Drunk Elephant product, there are some less expensive options. I would say to use it more frequently. The interesting thing for me with this Drunk Elephant product is I find I don't need to use this as often as I was using my other azelaic acid products. You know, it just could come down to some kind of synergistic effect. I don't think it's just the azelaic acid and the salicylic acid, or I would love the Paula's Choice azelaic acid serum equally. There must be something special in this formula, and I can't even tell you why. I think the Drunk Elephant team must just have some really good formulators because it has to be that. That matters though. That matters a lot. They are doing something right and their products are really strong. And a lot of them are not meant for kids at all. And even though they have some products kids can use, kids don't really need to buy these very expensive products. In my humblest of opinions, that's all I'm going to say about that. But my friends, that's it. That's my hyperpigmentation fighting routine. You can see it's not an intense, harsh routine. No AHA. I actually barely use AHA anymore, really just when I'm testing it, because ingredients like azelaic acid work for me instead. Ginseng, I'm a believer in, especially the ginsenosides. And while it is expensive, my LED treatment, I believe in that as well, and I gotta give credit to the mask for lasting for 3 years at this point. But that brings us to the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay tuned for the rest of the routine, and I will see you all next time.